What's good, people? It's your boy GreedHD coming at y'all with another video today, and today, as y'all can see, I'm going to be talking about Ghost of Tsushima and basically giving like a little review on it. I beat the game 2 days ago on stream. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the thumbnail up right here in the video right now, and then I'm gonna throw the link to the live stream in the description down below. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and let the intro play, and we're gonna hop right into this. So for this, I was basically just thinking about starting off with a summary. Jin Sakai is the main character of the game, and you're in war with the mongrels over Tsushima. That's basically like the premise of it. Now, small details in the beginning of the game, y'all go to war with the mongrels, you and your uncle Lord Shimura, but then y'all unfortunately end up losing. Lord Shimura gets captured by the mongrels and you have to go save him. Now, you do all that you save him by the end of Act 1, but throughout the game your uncle is kind of disappointed in you because you're becoming a ghost. Now, to further explain that, in order to save Tsushima, you have to do things outside the samurai way in the code. And Jin realized he wasn't going to be able to take back Tsushima if he didn't start assassinating people. Or not assassinating people, but the mongrel. Oh shit. One thing I forgot to say, my bad y'all, was after the war, Jin is like hella hurt, about to die, basically. And this woman named Yuna comes along, saves him, nurses him back to health. Boom. Come to find out, Yuna's a thief. Y'all go to a mongrel territory. She tells Jin, like, look, I'm gonna teach you how to assassinate. Now, she's the one that teaches Jin how to assassinate, and Jin tells her, like, yo, I have a samurai code I gotta follow. I can't do this. But Jin realized, she eventually convinces Jin, obviously, because he becomes the ghost. She eventually convinces him, and he decides that, like, yeah, okay, beating the mongrels, you have to fight dirty just like they do. There is no honor with them, so why fight them with honor if you can't? You know what I'm saying? You might as well play on they level. When his uncle found out, his uncle was very disappointed, basically, but Jin still continues to become the ghost of Tsushima. That's all I'm gonna really say. I don't want to say too much after that, but that's basically like that whole little thing. World building, how can I put it? World building, I think, is like really good, just because of like the stuff you can do around the map, how you can interact with like hella different people, and like when people see you, they will like, how can I put it? They'll speak to you like in a certain way. I think it actually goes so in depth to the point to where when they speak to you, depending on what you're wearing, they will identify you by what you're wearing. For example, I want to say like Act 2 mainly, I was wearing like a Ronin hat. They were calling me a Ronin. I don't know if they do that just because you're wearing the hat, or I don't know if they do that just because they don't have nothing else to call you. It's like either they will call you Lord Sakai or they'll call you Ronin. Some people call me a Ronin and some people call me Lord Sakai, but if what you wear does actually like matter that much, that is cool as hell. As far as like, the environment and shit go, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there with war button. Yeah. The scenery is nice. The gameplay, not gameplay, but yeah, the scenery is nice. The the grass, I don't even know how to explain that shit. It's just the graphics are really fucking good in that game. It's a beautiful game, essentially, and I really enjoy it. It's very eye-catching, for real. A lot of the times, especially, I think my favorite time of the day in that game, for real, had to been like when the sun is out. Man, the way how the grass look, the trees, all that, everything, even when it's raining or dark on that game just looks good, and I love it. So I think the next thing I got on this list is what? Gameplay. So yeah, gameplay wise, as far as the gameplay go, obviously, they tried their best to make it into like a samurai game. I even watched like a review on the game, or not a review, but like an interview with the creators, and they said that they watched like a hella samurai movies and they saw how fluid and how much freedom that that samurai had fighting like many other ones, like many other opponents, and they wanted to implement that into the game as much as they could, and I can definitely say they definitely did. Like, they nailed it. They didn't even add a lock system in the game. Now, there is an option to turn on aim assist, but I wouldn't even recommend turning that on because it don't even feel right. It don't really feel like a lock system. So you might as well just keep it off. But it's honestly not that bad. At first, I thought it was kind of weird not having a lock system because, most games like that usually have them, but it wasn't really that bad. Okay, now, if I'm going to talk about a lot of the gameplay, I think I want to bring up also a lot of the upgrades. Now, the upgrades are like a good and the bad. Now, with the upgrades, I think the ghost upgrades are cool as hell. All the ghost upgrades are cool as hell, raw as hell. But a lot of those upgrades, when you do get them throughout the game, they make you way too OP. So you just start to slaughter a lot of your enemies. Let me take that back. It's not even that you start to slaughter a lot of them. It's just a lot of your enemies start to get scared because you're slaughtering so many of your enemies. And a lot of group fights that you get in, especially in Act 3, if you have your deflection upgrades all the way up, if you start to perfect parry a lot of people, a lot of the remaining enemies will get scared. They'll just get scared and run away. So I kind of felt like that was kind of like boring in a way, because I just didn't like how every time I got in a group fight, if I killed one, or even if I killed like one of their generals or something, they all just get scared and run. I didn't really like that. That was kind of lame. Everything about the ghost in that game brings the gameplay out for real. Like, when you become the ghost, you get this new but like this thing that Jin could do. It's called ghost mode. And you click L3 and R3 at the same time, like when you get your meter full or whatever, and you could just slaughter people. Just instantly kill them. Okay, I think that's all I really have to say about gameplay. Now, I want to say karma system, but this game doesn't really have a karma system. It's just, I want to talk about karma systems, especially because this is a Sucker Punch game, and Sucker Punch that's kind of like what they do. That's their thing a lot of the times, especially like if it's from Infamous. Like, this isn't Infamous, and I know it's not Infamous, but they give you choices throughout Ghost of Tsushima, and they make it seem like those choices really matter, but they don't. And I know this because I have a friend that also played it. I got one of my friends, actually, he played it and he beat it around the same time I did. He beat it before me, but we essentially ended up being like a day apart, basically. But that's besides the point. He played it, he went through it, everything that happened in his story. He took the samurai route away. So I know y'all, like, if y'all remember in the beginning of the video, I was talking about like there's a difference. You had the samurai way and the ghost way. He decided to go the samurai way about things. He was approaching his enemies, all that, but he was still getting the cutscenes of his uncle being disappointed in him and all that other stuff, right? But he decided to go the samurai way about it. Now, I just went completely ghost once I was able to. He decided to stick to the samurai shit, and his ending literally turned out just like mine. It made no difference. Now, there is a choice at the ending that decides everything. Like, that one choice at the ending is what decides like all. I just don't want people going into this game thinking that it's gonna be like Infamous and like everything you do is gonna matter in the end. Like, no, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. You can play that game however you want to play it. It's just one big choice in the end that will literally determine how the end game goes. But I think I'm on the rating part of it now. As far as a rating goes, like an 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10 kind of, just because I really enjoyed that game a lot. And like I told y'all, the only negative I really had about it was that the fact that enemies get scared like way too easily, especially like Act 3. Like, once you hit Act 3 and become the ghost, they just get way too like they get scared way too easily in group fights, and you can't necessarily like get in big group fights or enjoy them as much as you like want to anymore because enemies get scared so fast. That's the only problem I really have with the game. But as far as that, I loved it. I love that game. I would replay it. They dropped DLC. I'm buying. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. That was my review for Ghost of Tsushima. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out this bitch, and I will catch y'all in the next one.
know that the numbers go like 1, 2, greed. Thank you for being a GreedHD, nigga.